Hello fly tyers, welcome to another episode of Aaron at the Fly Desk. Today I'm going to be tying a blue wing olive emerger, and this is a fly that works really good when you can see trout sipping on the surface and you have a good blue wing olive hatch coming off. I find sometimes the emerger flies, fishing these just barely under the surface, actually produces more trout than a straight dry fly. First thing we're going to do is we're using this olive monochord from Danville. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to use a product for the tail called microfibbits, and it actually looks like just a paintbrush, and I've actually used paintbrush fibers before. If I'm in a craft store or something and I see the right color, I will gladly use just paintbrush fibers. So I grabbed 2 to 3 of these little microfibbits, and I'll usually do kind of a longer tail. You know how mayfly tails look, and I don't get too carried away on having it be a perfect V in the back, because I'm just going after the silhouette on this fly. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a product called Ultra Lace, and it's just kind of a clear tubing. We're tying this today on we're actually just using a size 16 scud hook, and I tie this larva lace right on the side of the hook, and then I pull it back, and you can see it kind of stretches it out, and then I wrap my thread end over end right to the front. And what I do is I take this and I'm wrapping it really tight, end over end, right on the top of my olive thread body. And I'll just kind of make sure we're wrapped good, and I'll kind of build up the thorax of this fly. You can see that gives us a nice buggy look on the fly. And the next thing I'll do is I'll actually take just, usually it's the same Ziploc bag that I got my Ultra Lace out of, and on these fly tying materials, this very top part, it's a little thicker, and you can use just a normal Ziploc bag, but what I'll do is I'll actually cut right along this line just a piece of this bag. And then what I'll do is I'll take my curved scissors and I'll just cut it to where it makes a little pointy V. Like so. And then all I'm going to do So I've just got a little piece of that plastic bag sitting right on top of this fly. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to tie this off. actually bring that kind of behind my wing casing. Okay, so that's one rendition of it. But a lot of times what I like to do is give it a little bit different color on the thorax. So what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of brown monochord, and I just kind of zigzag it as I'm tying it on. These scissors are almost too curvy. This just gives it a little bit different look. And sometimes that's what the fish are looking for. Okay, and there you have it. That's our little blue wing olive. You can see our tail. It's kind of sticking down in there. Just like so. Good effective fly, especially when a hatch is coming off. And like I said, I find emerger flies work a lot better than a regular dry fly. We'll do what's called a dry dropper and just let it fall right underneath a bigger attractor fly, and it works really good, especially in the early spring when your mayflies are just starting to come off. So thank you for watching this episode of Aaron at the Fly Desk, and we hope that you like this fly and try this fly and tie this fly often. Thank you for watching.